Hello, welcome to the channel. My name's Pete. In this episode we're going to be looking at the Facebook Bandit again. Last episode was going on a bit too long, so this is a continuation of that, where we're just going to be finishing getting it ready for the MOT. So far I've spent quite a bit on this bike. Luckily everything's fairly cheap because it's an old bike and I can get most of the parts second hand. It's only like seals that I've had to buy new. But yeah, I've done a lot to it so far. If you haven't been watching episodes, go back to beginning. I'm not a mechanic or anything like that. I couldn't do anything. I didn't have any tools or out like that. So I've got on really well so far. I've had one or two comments saying that the bike should have been scrapped. Well, you're probably right, but I couldn't afford to throw 900 quid in bin. And I thought it was going to be a relatively easy, cheap fix, which it turned out not to be. Now, I've had another comment to say I've made the bike worse by trying it myself, and I'm not a mechanic and I should have paid a mechanic. Anybody who's been watching these episodes will know, sorry about that, on my phone, will know that how much work I've done. You literally, I couldn't have afforded to have paid a mechanic. Even a millionaire would have been thinking, bloody hell, you know, how much work does it need doing? I should have brought a brand new bike. That's the cost that it would have been for a mechanic. Plus, actually, I didn't need the bike at that point because it became winter. And although I ride all year round, I wasn't too bothered about not having it. So I thought I'd have a go, and I've had a go, and this is where we're at now. Now, we're going to continue on. First of all, I didn't film the rivets. So that's what I'm doing here. You can see in that picture I've got my rag there, and I'm undoing one of the bolts. In this next picture is a bit of a close-up. You can see I've got mole grips on there. Trying to hold that still because I'm drilling that out, that rivet nut. And when you try and drill them out, they spin. So I've had to brace it with some mole grips. I didn't even own them. I've had to go buy those. I didn't own a drill. I had to buy those. And the drill bits, I had to go buy them because I didn't have them. You know, I didn't have anything. So successfully, I managed to do that. I got that drilled out. And in this picture here, that's the rivet nut tool. And I did actually film me doing it, but for some reason it didn't save. So that got done. That's done. The rivet gun. If you've never had a go with one, just get one. It was easy. I got that off Temu. It was only tenner, something like that. Nice little bit of kit. So I've got this one swapped over. That fastens up perfectly fine. There wasn't an issue with this one, but I thought there was a problem with that one. This being the rivet nut, I've just replaced this one. I thought there was a problem with the rivet nut under there that was spinning and I was tightening it. But it's a problem. It's a problem with the bolt. I've got it stuck in there now. I'll get it out in a minute. It was threaded, so it wouldn't tighten. But this one here, I've just replaced this one. I've replaced that one. It's fine. I don't see any issues with this one, so I'm going to bolt that one up and fasten it. Now down there, I've just had a delivery. Right, I've opened my parcel. Got some tools out and we've got a headlight and I've put it on the bike. It was just a simple swap over. The bike still has the original wiring connectors on there. It does mean that my fly screen doesn't fit properly anymore, but I'm leaving it on. I'm not taking it off. There we go. Now it looks like they've put some sort of sticky mesh over it. I don't want to spend my time taking this off, but what I do want to do is make sure it works. Now I've got these original this brace here, vibration brace, but there's nothing for it to fasten to. So I don't know. There's a hole there, but this has got two holes on it. I'm going to take it off because there's nowhere for it to fasten to. Is there something missing off this bike? You'll let me know what's going on with that. Is it a Mark II headlight? I think it is. And is it the Mark IIs that have that? So I'm going to go get keys, tidy all my tools away and see if this light works. I mean, if it doesn't, for God's sake, it'll be bulb checks, won't it? I've been up and got the keys. I'm kind of hoping we're going to be sort of sorted at this. The only reason it wouldn't work is if the headlight's actually knackered, the wiring's knackered or the bulb's knackered, because I know the bike wiring works because it worked with the other headlamp, which will be going in the bin, which is down there. I've had to slacken all this off a little bit so that I've got enough play to re-drag it back through into the headlamp. I've still got all this to wiring loom to cable tie back up, put behind the screen, but this is it. So I've already put the ignition on, but I thought we'd share this moment together. Let's see if the light comes on. Yes. Let's see if the main beam works. Yes. Let's see if it flashes. Yes. Oh my God. Well, it's taking some doing, but I've done it. It's MOT ready again. So what have I had to do to get it MOT ready after it failed? Well, what it failed on was the notching. It had a notch at the centre, but that has literally gone. I've slackened it off. There's no play in the forks, and that's done. I've rebuilt the front brakes, stripped them, refurbished them, put them back together. Both sides. I've managed to get my hands on a Mark II headlamp, 48 quid I think that was, with the lens, ring and backing. It's a bit grotty like, but it's not bad. I've smeared some marine grease on it there because it kills rust, and it works. I ain't started the bike up for a long time. Will it bloody start? Let's try it without choke. Sort of. Let's have a bit of choke on. Yeah, she starts. Not happy though. Needs to warm up a little bit. There we go. So again, we're up and running. I'll switch it off. Fabulous. Now I have to get in touch with the place where they MOT'd it and see if they can recheck it. She said I've got 14 days. I don't know what they do. I don't know if they do the full MOT or if they just look at the parts that it failed on and then give it its pass. It will have an advisory on it because it needs a new valve on the rear back tyre. It's perished slightly. I'll ask her how much it is to get that done, and I'll say to her, if the bike passes, don't do that, just see if you can do that straight away. I don't know how much that'll cost. She's got to take the back wheel out and everything. I suppose she'll reset the chain and all that lot for me, so it could be worth the money. Anyway, let me try and get it MOT'd again. MOT day. I've not made, it turns out it's a 10-day target, not 14-day. I've not made the 10-day target, so I have to pay for another MOT. I couldn't get the time off work to take the bike, so I'm now on a day off taking the bike. A couple of little jobs to do. One is to put all this wiring back up underneath here. I'll probably just take the tank off to do that, so I can get it in there nice and tidy rather than just stuffing it in and risk melting it on here. Once that's done, I'll put this side panel back on here and the ties to keep it tidy, and then we'll be done. That's done. It looks better with the original headlamp on, to be honest with you. So I've got this panel on, I've got the cables all tidied up, and they're all up away from the engine. I've been round actually and just checked all the bolts that I've been undoing and messing around with. Back wheel, front wheel, calipers, front and back, headlamp, stand, this one here for the, this one here for the gear lever, bars, this is fine. So yeah, the only thing left to do now is go and have some breakfast, take this beast for an MOT. And if you want to know how that goes, you're going to have to watch the next episode, because this one's gone on a bit long. So I'll see you on the next episode where I'll tell you how we've got done for an MOT. My hair's a mess and I've got the Bandit there next to me, and I was going to tell you in the next episode, but where is it? Pass. We've got an MOT on the Bandit now. I've got to thank everybody that's helped me. It's been an amazing journey to get it to this far. Decisions to be made. Do I need two bikes? I don't know. I could do with the cash to maybe buy a crash damaged one. So, as you can see, the bike passed its MOT. I'm over the moon. I can't believe it's happened. It's probably been a week now since it's been on its MOT. I've not had a chance to have a big ride out on it. Just haven't had the time really. I do need to get it road taxed. I do need to get it insured. But I'm also going to sell the bike. I'm going to put it up for sale. That's what I'm doing. Mainly because I am tempted to buy a crash damaged bike from Copart. Has anybody done that? Have you had the experience of it? Drop me a comment, let me know. Any hints and tips? I'd be interested. Even better if you've got a Copart account, so I don't have to pay that 100 quid. In the meantime, please subscribe to the channel. Loads of videos coming. I've got lots of history stuff coming up. Winter's videos are getting planned already, even though it's summer now. So I've got lots of walks to do with the old railways, if you like that sort of thing. My Urbex videos are coming, and I've got a few history videos planned as well. So in the meantime, please take care. Subscribe to the channel. Buy me a coffee if you wish to do so. I do appreciate that. And take care, and I'll see you in the next one.